Okay, so I just received a text from FedEx that my package is ready for pickup. So yesterday I ordered two snakes from Travis Whisler Reptiles. I found them on MorphMarket there in Topeka, Kansas, and I ordered two snakes from them. And I got a text that they're in now, so I'm going to head over to FedEx to the hub. I opted to have it shipped to the hub because I think it's safer for the snakes. So I'm in St. Pete, Florida, heading over to Tampa, Florida. That's where my nearest FedEx hub is, and gonna pick them up. Okay, so I made it to FedEx, and I'm about to go in and pick up my two new snakes. And I'm also going after this to look at another snake in Clearwater. It's a clown that I'm interested in, and I want to see it in person before I buy it because since he's close, why not? And so I'm going to go. I might be getting three snakes today. So I'm going to go inside now and pick up my packages, and we'll take a look when I get back. Okay, so I just got out of the FedEx. I picked up my package. Here it is. So I'm going to go ahead and open the box now just to check on the snakes and make sure they're alive and well. But then when we get home, I'll do better footage and we'll get a closer look at them, and I'll tell you more about them. Okay, so I'm back. I picked up all three snakes, and I'm home. I've got them in their tubs. So it's been a busy day, but a busy day getting snakes is okay with me. So I've added three new snakes to my collection. I'll show you those in just a minute, and I'll tell you about the people that I bought them from and what I think of the transaction. So the first two snakes that I got were from Travis Whisler Reptiles. Here's their card. I got two cards with my package. This is a company that's run by Travis Whisler and John Stoltz. The only person I dealt with in buying these snakes was John. And I found the company on MorphMarket, and this was my first transaction online buying a snake through the mail, so I was a little nervous, and but I'm going to be selling snakes soon through the mail and offering some of my babies up on MorphMarket. So I wanted to order snakes through the mail so I could be a customer and see the customer side of that and what it's like to receive mails. Snakes through the mail, and the worry that everybody goes through, is my snake going to arrive alive, and see what the transaction was like. And so the reason I chose them is One, they offer a lot of pictures. When you look at MorphMarket, sometimes there's one picture. He had four, and I just liked the presentation, and they had extremely high amount of good reviews. So I decided to bite the bullet and go with them. So this was my experience. I picked out a snake that I really wanted. I had my heart set on a snake. It was going to be 3 new genes to my collection, but I liked how the genes worked together in this particular snake, and it gave it a cool green color, and it just looked pretty neat. And it was a leopard Enchi pinstripe, and it just, with the leopard working together with the gold from the pinstripe, it kind of mixed it and made it a sort of greenish color, and it was a cool looking snake. And so I sent Travis Whisler an inquiry about the snakes, and he got back to me. Actually, John got back to me and said, yeah, it was still available. And I asked him about the health and any issues with the snake, asked him about the temperament. He answered those questions. So that snake was $350, and on their site it says if you spend $500 or more, the shipping's free. So instead of paying $350 and then another $50 to $60 on shipping, I decided, well, let's add another snake, bring the amount up to $500, and put that $50 or $60 that would go to shipping toward another snake. So I picked out a second snake on the site, which was a male Orange Dream calico for $150, and I brought it up to $500 even, and so the shipping was going to be free. Told him I was interested, and I was going to call him the next day so we can discuss when to ship. Well, the next day he contacted me and apologizing that his partner, Travis Whisler, had sold the snake I was interested in and had failed to remove it from MorphMarket. So needless to say, I was pretty disappointed. I had really wanted this snake. That's the negative. However, the cool thing about it was, yes, they made a mistake, but they were great in admitting that they made a mistake and then offering something up as a resolution rather than going, oops, sorry, better luck next time. Instead of doing that, what they did was they offered me an upsell on a snake, but for the same price. So basically, they had, the snake I was buying was a leopard Enchi pinstripe female. They offered me her sibling, which was a leopard Enchi pinstripe butter spider. And so we took it, and I gotta say, kudos to them for making a right on their wrong. You know, they made a mistake, and they owned up to it, and they did something about it. So kudos to them. That's good business practice, and because of that, I will most certainly buy from them again. So that was my experience with the Travis Whisler. So let's discuss their boxing. This is the box that it came in. It's got a label, live animals, and it looks like they made their own label where it says box contents, 2-ball python. So it looks like something that's something he added that he printed out. So that's pretty cool. The box was taped very nicely, and then the waybill here. Inside the box, they had the styrofoam. The snakes came packaged with newspaper, nicely packaged. Bags, the snakes came in bags, which they had tied in a knot. In between the snakes was this bag here filled with water, and it was folded up like a tent, and there was a snake on either side. So they were sending from Topeka, Kansas to Florida, and I'm sure Topeka, Kansas is nowhere near as hot as Florida. So I think they did this to cool the snakes. They also included a heat pack, which was still warm when I received it. And they included this note here. So overall, very happy with the way they packaged the snakes. Very happy with the open line of communication. And let me tell you, John responded quickly. When I asked him for pictures, he sent them within seconds. And whenever I asked him a question through MorphMarket, he responded in a timely manner. So I would definitely use them again. Kudos to them. Now let's take a look at the snakes. Okay, so this here is the 5 gene animal that I got from Travis Whisler, and I'll show you a picture of the one that I wanted, which was a leopard Enchi pinstripe that they sold. You know, that little faux pas that happened, but I'll show you a picture. And then since they had sold that one, they put this one up for offer. Like I said, that was great of them to do that. They didn't have to do that. This one actually was a more expensive snake, and he sold it to me at the price I was going to get the other one at. So great business practice. You know, they really stand by what they do, and that speaks volumes when you're purchasing a snake from a breeder. So great breeders and great business folk. So this is the sibling of the one I was going to purchase, which is a leopard Enchi pinstripe butter spider, and she's beautiful. You know, very, very pretty. The Enchi removes a lot of the pattern from the pinstripe, and she's this really neat yellow green color. So we named her Olivia. Call her Olive for short. And if anybody's got spider, you know that they're kind of skittish, you know. But she's been very sweet, and I love the little speckles on her that are left behind from that pinstripe pattern. Beautiful head. I don't know if you can see the eyes, but she's got cute green eyes. But I just love how she has no pattern on the sides at all. So this is the male. This is an Orange Dream Calico. And when I was visiting their page, the one snake that drew me to them was that Enchi leopard pinstripe. And that was the only snake I really intended to buy. But when I saw that if we spent $150 more, we didn't have to spend anything in shipping, you know, I thought, why pay $50, $60 in shipping and get nothing for it when we can throw that $50-$60 toward another snake and have another snake in our collection. So when I was looking, I did find a Brazilian boa that they had, male, which I'm also in the market for, because I do have a female I'd like to breed the male to, and they had one, however it was on hold. So I started looking around and I saw this one, and I do not have calico in my collection, nor do I have Orange Dream. And this, to me, was a nice specimen of Orange Dream. It does have some beautiful coloring in it. Look at that orange. I don't know if it's really showing up on camera. Probably not. It never does show up well on camera. But in person, there is some beautiful orange coloring on this snake. I'll show you the back. So far he's been nice. He hasn't struck at me, but he does hiss when you go to get him out. That's the belly. Now I'll show you the male clown. It's an Enchi clown that I picked up from Wright's Reptiles. So this is the male, or a male, that I picked up today from Wright's Reptiles. It's an Enchi clown. What I liked about this snake in particular was how washed out the sides were. They're very cleaned up from the Enchi. When you look at other clowns, they have a lot of dots on the sides and the what I call drip marks, whereas the Enchi cleaned that up and removed a lot of the dots on the sides. And I also liked the backing. Just looks like spilled wax. The snake's been a sweetheart since picking him up. Very cool looking head. The eyes are beautiful green. Belly's pretty cool too. There, in some parts of the belly, there's a little bit of a black line. But overall, this is a good looking snake, and it's the first clown that I've bought, so we now have clown in our collection. So I added 5 new genes today to my collection. We got Enchi, a male and female, so I can make super Enchis now. But we got Enchi, clown, leopard, pinstripe, and Orange Dream. Not a bad way to spend a Wednesday. Before we go, 2 days ago we had a clutch of our own start pipping. We do maternal incubation. Yeah, we do maternal incubation here. So I'll show you that now. So we had a clutch of 7 eggs. What this is, here is painter's paper. Since we do maternal incubation, what I do is I cover the mother with this when she's over her eggs, and I spray it down 2 to 3 times a day with water, and that keeps the moisture that's needed for the eggs. Then once the eggs start pipping, I take the mother off. This is the mother here. So mama's recuperating. Then I'll get her back on food. This was the father right here. So once the eggs pip, I remove the mother, put her in a cage, and then I keep this over the eggs and mist them down as they hatch. So far 3 have crawled out of their eggs, 4 are still in their eggs. And of the 3 that, well, of the ones that have crawled out, we can tell that we have a bell, we can tell that we have a banana, and then a Mojave banana. Actually, this is a pastel banana. And then we have another bell in here that's being smothered. That's another bell. And then we have here, we have a butter. And then the last 2 are the same as these, another banana and another Mojave banana. Okay, so that's my video. I got to meet 2 new breeders today that I will certainly use again. Like I said, Travis Whisler Reptiles. It was a great experience. I was very nervous about ordering because you don't know when you're ordering on MorphMarket or online at all. Fauna classifieds, wherever you get your snakes, king snake classifieds, you don't know who you're giving your money to, and you don't know if they're going to live up to their end and send you a snake or any reptile, whatever you're ordering. You don't know if they're going to just take your money and leave. And so it's always a gamble. And so I'm putting this video out there to let people know that I dealt with these 2 reptile breeders on MorphMarket and had good experiences with them. So if you're looking for someone to buy a snake from, I felt very safe and will do it again from Travis Whisler, and I felt very safe and would do it again with Wright's Reptiles. So check them out. I'll be putting out another video soon on maternal incubation. I've already got 1 out from last year's, but we had 2 more clutches this year that we're doing maternal incubation on, and I'll put those out. I'm going to talk a little bit about this clutch here and then this clutch over here, which is due next month. And this one will be interesting because with this clutch, Mama had 6 eggs and she only coiled 4, leaving 2 eggs outside of her coil. So I've been keeping temperatures on these. They're right over the heat tape. There's another one, and she didn't coil these. And I'm kind of doing an experiment to see if those will still hatch. The temperatures have been ranging around. She'll move sometimes, so she moves the eggs. So these eggs have rolled, and you know, people are really freaked out about not letting their eggs roll because you got to keep the snakes upright and whatnot, or they'll drown. Well, I'm going to see if that's actually true because I don't believe that would really happen. So these eggs have both rolled, and they're sitting outside the coil. So we're going to see if those hatch or not. And then inside we have Mama sitting on 4 eggs. So keep a lookout for those videos if you're interested in watching anything like that, you know, maternal incubation. Other than that, have a good day, and thanks for spending some time with me. Bye-bye.